Hello, this is Robert Guderian, and today we are continuing on our journey through ifs and ors and ands, no buts. Is there a but? Nope, there's not. Maybe that's a nested if. Beer or wine? So this is actually an interesting concept. You learned or last class, one of the things has to be true, and then it results in true. In English, we actually have a little bit of variation on this idea. If you are in an airplane or at a restaurant, somebody might ask beer or wine. Can you say two truths? That's actually an exclusive or. Beer or wine, not both. Which is an interesting concept. We can actually write that up in code. It's not super hard to do. Sugar or cream. That one we're allowed to have both. Which is also interesting. So that is much more our normal or statement. So it's not an exclusive or, it's an inclusive or. So all the ors that we write that are just the or keyword are just inclusive ors. If we need an exclusive or, we're going to have to do something more clever. Something to think about. We saw code paragraphs last class. We do have to indent them. Python, or sorry, I should say Spider specifically, depends on your editor, will automatically indent it a tab or 4 spaces. I don't know what I have mine set to. Mine is set to 4 spaces. And the reason mine is set to 4 spaces is because people who use spaces get paid more. That's not true. I actually started doing that beforehand. Oh no, farmer internet. You have to take my word for it. So those dollar signs are a hyperlink where Stack Overflow discovered that developers who use spaces make more money than those who use tabs. So obviously, if you want to get an A in this course, that is currency. It's like getting paid more to use spaces. In honest fact, it doesn't matter for this course. But the problem is, what if you mix the two? What if you have a tab that is spaced out 4 spaces and it looks like it matches? What you'll get is this error. There we go. Can I paste a bonk? There we go. Oh, it hates it already. Jump over to a view where you can actually see it. Code analysis. Unindent does not match any outer indentation level. Pyflakes. E. Indentation error. Unindent does not match. Oh, so it's actually the same error message. It does give us the line of code, which is nice. Line 13. When we click on it, it'll jump us over there. I'll click there and it should jump us. Boop. Yep. So don't do that. that's a bad one. Luckily, the error message is fairly clear. It could be certainly worse. Okay, so a little bit more about this paragraph. We can have blank lines in it. That's fine. We don't have to have a big, long, cohesive indent. And we can do any program in there. So anything we can write in Python can go into one of these code paragraphs, which is great. It shouldn't limit us in terms of what we can execute if we are in an if statement. We should still be able to have access to all of the things we do. And in fact, we do, which is excellent. Okay. So this is me unindenting, which is very difficult to say. Okay. So there is a what if the condition fails. The new keyword, there's always new syntax, is called else. What happens if you are not Rob? Else, print, well, that's probably okay too. Whoop. I suppose. I wouldn't know. So if I run this, what is your name? Bob. Well, that's probably okay too. I can even repeat the name. 2, comma, and then plus name. Oh, I need to have a space here. So kind of a nice thing, Bob. That's probably okay too, Bob. This will run either way. So that this will run either way code is still true. So now we have this if this statement is true, run this code. Else, if the if was false, run this code. And it's really nice because it's kind of a catch-all. In terms of the slides, I used an and statement saying both the username and the password must match. And if not, fail. I don't care which one failed. Just fail, print out, go away. You are not wanted here. This is a website login or an application login. No, you are not allowed in here. Execute the code that will punch this person out because they are not who they say they are. So else if. There must be things in the middle. If something, else if something, else if something else. So the most beautiful way to decorate this is with grades. If you have greater than or equal to 90, that's actually false according to our syllabus, but we'll leave it here because it's easy. If you have a greater than 90%, these are floating points. So the odds of you getting 90% on the nose are pretty low. Then you get an A+. If you are less than or equal to 90, exactly 90, and greater than 85, you get an A. If you have between 85 and 80, you get a B+. I didn't put them all here. You know the rhythm. So there is obviously else ifs in this. So what does that look like? So I'm going to say grade string is equal to input, I did it again. What is your grade, comma, whatever your name is. And then question mark. I could use string format. I'm using string appending. Flavors, same thing. Then I'm not going to do any error checking because we don't know how to. Grade is equal to int grade string. I did show you the other way last time was grade int. I don't actually like that. I like grade string, and then this is just the grade. It should be an int, so I don't have to say it int. If it's an exception that it's a string, that's when we have the longer variable name. Again, do as you like. Have pretty code. So if the grade is greater than 90, then print A+. And woohoo, whatever. Elif, so I put this against the margin because it has to be at the same indent level as that other if. The grade is less than or equal to 90, and grade is greater than 85. Actually, I have it in front of me. Yep. Print A. Not bad. Else, everyone else fails. Print. That's me being really snarky just because I don't want to write in all of this stuff, and I didn't cooking show the code for you because I find that detestable. I have something that's complaining to me, and I don't know what it is. Invalid syntax. Cool. Oh. If we were in person, I'd yell, spot the bug! Pause the video, comment below saying what you think the bug is. Okay, I forgot the plus sign here. Cool, there, good. I do miss having you folks in class, I do. My name is Rob, and my grade is 60. Oh, it's basically an F. Again, me being snarky, I don't actually believe that. My name is still Rob, and my grade is 90 point. Oh, it's going to be an int. I should change it to a float. I'm going to say 91. Actually, fun question. What's your name? Rob? Roib. Hey, Roib. Your grade is 90.9. What's going to happen? Oh, it can't do it. It can't cast it to an int. That's sad. So float. If you know if I'm from the country and say float, you know why. Oh, but yo. There you go. 90.9 is an A+, which is greater than 90. What about 90.0? I'm just having fun now, aren't I? Whoa. A. Oh, yeah, A. Not bad. I got caught by my own thing. So I did run this line of code. That was supposed to say A, and I said A because I'm a funny guy. And I actually threw myself off. But there we go. that last one, 90.0, is equal to 90. So 90.0 is not greater than 90. So this was false. Is 90.0 less than or greater than 90? That's true. Is 90.0 greater than 85? That is also true. So we say A, not bad. And then obviously did not run this code because it ran this. So in a block like this, only one of these ever runs. It's going to be the if, the else if, or the else. Only one. Only one. If I do this, now I've changed things. Now it's going to run this and say this is going to be true or false. And it's going to run this, and it's going to be a true or false. And then it'll run this. So if I have, well, this is actually, will all work. If you have your if statements written very correctly, this could work. This one, yeah, will always work the way we expect, which is not bad. Oh, that's not true. Rob, 95. A plus, woohoo, it's basically an F. In very few people's books is an A plus basically an F. And that is because it ran this. And then it said, if this, and I said 95, 96, 95. 95 is not less than or equal to 90. Though it is greater than 85, but this is still false. So it ran this. And that is because I left off the else if here. If these are all mutually exclusive, meaning you can only ever run one, you want if, else if, else if. You can have another else if, just I should show you that. L if grade is less than or equal to 85 and grade is greater than 80, then print, this is what, a B plus, buzz. I'm such a nerd. What's your name? Still Rob. And I got an 82. And that is, you got a B plus, buzz. And then this runs either way. Yeah, that took a little longer than I expected. That's okay. Try it out for yourself. Can we make it simpler? This is approximately what we wrote. But knowing that these all run mutually exclusively, can we be clever? Oh, yes. Because, well, think about this. Like, there's a lot of potential to write bugs in this. This has to be greater than 90. This has to be strictly greater than or less than or equal to 90. See, I can't even say it right. This is ripe for having a bug. So let's do this in a cleaner way. We're going to say if grade is equal to 90, which runs that. Well, if we got to line 30, well, if we got to line 31, we have already proven that this is less than 90 because that first if statement didn't trigger. This is redundant and can go away. This is redundant. We've already proved that this is less than or equal to 85. This can go away. Then it'll all flow through. This is much cleaner and less error prone because you're not going to fat finger a wrong number. You're not going to accidentally not have the right conditional. It will always work. And because they are all mutually exclusive, it'll always work the same way. And if you think about this as critical thinking and proving that something is true, well, we've already disproven this. So we can go here. Well, we've proven that this is already less than 90. So this is going to be greater than 85 and whatever is left over from this. So now if I wanted to change my logic to say this has to be greater than or equal to 90, well, now that's just easy. Hey, maybe, probably no one. There's actually an infinitely small chance that you could have a exact 90. Though it can actually still happen. Take stats. Stats is rad. Okay. I already said that. Already did this. Else the catch-all. I already did that. It is very useful. Yeah. It's a catch-all. Like this, when we do some data cleaning, you can say if there's got a command line interface, like the command must be plus, minus, like right at the word add, right up the word subtract. You could say if the input is equal to add, do this. Let's just do it. Why am I talking in an uncertain way? Command is equal to input. I am at your command. Whatever. You don't come here for grammar. If command is equal to plus, then print we will add two numbers. And hypothetically, we could actually hypothetically would actually do that. Else, elif command is equal to minus print subtracting. If you're being smart, you could actually just have negative numbers, but whatever. Else print unknown command. Cool. Well, that's really tidy. We say, is it plus, is it minus, or is it junk? And catching is it junk is really hard to do without else. If we didn't have else, what would we have to do? Well, we'd have to go back to here. And then this would be if, and if. If command is not equal to plus and also not equal to minus, ooh, I might have a logic error here. Bad. I'm at your command plus. I will add to number. So now, semantically, these two things do the same thing. But now what if I want to add divide? This one, I would add elif command is equal to divide. And then print divide. Here I'd have to add that, and I'd have to also add it to my everything else. Well, okay, that's gross. Alternatively, I could have a Boolean, and this is actually kind of neat. Did run is equal to false. And I could have all of these. Yeah, I'm going to copy this bad code. I'm showing you another bad way of doing it, which is actually really bad teaching practice, but that's okay. And did run is equal to true. Okay, we did run. Go for us. And did run is equal to true. And otherwise, if not did run, rephrase to if did not run, unknown command. So now I can, if I wanted to add divide, I would just have to add another code paragraph, but it's still error prone. I still have to worry about, what about this did run? I have to put that everywhere and make sure that I set it, and it's still more error prone and kind of gross. Keeping else as your catch all and making Python do the smart stuff is good. Computers, really good at being consistent. Humans, kind of terrible. Me, absolutely terrible at being consistent. Okay, we also can nest ifs as our last topic. And basically we just continue that code paragraph down. This is semantically the same as saying and, because you'll only get to this statement if this and this both resolved to true. Okay, and then you can say welcome. I don't really like nesting ifs. There's more programming practices stuff there that can be better. There's sometimes reason for it. Generally, you want to start calling functions pretty soon to keep your code clean, but we don't know about functions yet. So this is our summary. Big else, if else blocks, only one ever runs. Only one ever runs. 90% of the bugs that students show me are them showing me code that they don't understand that only one of the ifs ever runs, or they put an if instead of an else if and things blew up. Conditionals all resolve to Booleans. This is all sets on that, which is kind of great. So I hope you're having a good day. I'll talk to you later.